Alright, today we're going to be finishing up the video of the mostly free chicken fence. It's a DIY project. The slats, again, were used from old concrete forms. We purchased the concrete and the posts. Just doing some simple leveling off here and plumbing using 1x2 cedar scraps that I had, 16 gauge nailer, and a 1/2 inch hole on the bottom that I can then stake into the ground to make sure these things are all in line with each other, plumb and level. Some pretty sloppy concrete work, but this is my own backyard, so keep in mind, kind of just going for speed here and overall strength, but I'm no concrete expert. I'm gonna let them sit overnight. Shot this video in the summertime, so temperature was not an issue at all. So here are the various deck boards I have. You'll see they're clean on one side and oxidized on the other. Again, that's because this material was all free, and the point of this video is to kind of showcase a way you might be able to save some money reusing materials around your shop or your house. Again, these were concrete forms that I resawed and then made 2 different dimensions. The slats were attached with an 18 gauge exterior grade staple, and this is a Cabot deck oil. One thing I will say is that this stuff is not fun to apply, and I should have pre-stained my slats before attaching. There's the large run of the fence closing in our coop and chicken run, and I actually ran out of free material, and rather than going to scrounge or procure more or purchase any more, I cut some maple branches off a tree in our backyard and threw it together Lord of the Rings style. And it worked pretty well until it didn't. And actually the chickens were getting out of the lumber fence as well, not just the branch fence. They were squeezing through that slat. So we got some chicken wire and decided to put it on 2 feet high, which is what they just sell this roll in. Some shop snips here. And then the most important thing is folding back your edges. Those frayed bits of wire are really not good for you, your pets, or your livestock. And when you're doing this, probably wear gloves. I definitely pricked my finger a few times and move slow. As you'll see right here, I actually end up kind of, just running my finger straight into that wire. And it's kind of that goosebumps type of hole in your hand. Doesn't really hurt that bad, it doesn't bleed, but it doesn't feel great at all. The other thing is, if you have the option to have an extra set of hands, it definitely helps because it's kind of a floppy fence. So what I do is I run staples all the way down my starting point so that when I expand the roll, I have a very taut, strong end that I can pull off of to help keep it upright. If not, it just wants to fold in on itself. You really need to put it under tension. Staple as you go, and just make sure your finish is on that fence already. And that's it. Again, completely recycled material, and the chickens are there. So if you're looking for an easy way, give it a try.